So there are those. There were union workers. I spoke to a union worker from Boston today. So there are people here from all over the place at different levels of affluence. So the other question, what are the demands? I know that there is a list of demands. However, I think I've seen several lists of demands. I think that the idea here is that there is no centralized organization. People are doing a lot on the fly. And I need to look into that further tomorrow to figure out what those specific demands may be. However, I think that it would be really hard to pin down.
Everyone here has their own reasons for being here. But one of my favorite signs today is it swears, but it says, basically in polite terms, it says, things are messed up and that's messed up. And that's basically what the sign said in, polite terms.
That's kind of the message here.
Yeah.
Because there is such a broad spectrum of people coming out and supporting the Occupy movement, it's the guidance given by the older generation does seem to lean towards, well, you guys need to come up with specific demands so that we can address them. But I believe that some of the power of what is happening here is that it's really hard to pin down those demands because there is such a broad spectrum of people that are here. The general idea is just that we really need to address all of the issues. There are all kinds of things that are going wrong right now. And I guess if we could pin down one of the slogans that is chanted and passed out to be chanted, is the idea that we are the 99%. There is an idea here that is sort of anti-corporation. The people would like to see the businesses, the corporations that are non-national, well, rather multinational, or just based here, but making antisocial amounts of money. The idea is that we need to, how does that other one go? Feed the poor, tax the rich.
How do we end the deficit, stop the war, and tax the rich?
Again, these are just some of the slogans that we've heard today.
People not profit. Yeah, we are the 99%, and so are you.
Take our governments back for the people.
My slogan today was, listen, we the people want our voice. Thank you.
I'm just wondering, like, if somebody wants to go to Wall Street, like now, or tomorrow or something, like, what do you have to take with you? And how do you plan that? You just take off and see what happens? Well, like, what about food? Are there any places that try to help people out? Are there people like passing bread around or anything like that?
The camp that has been established has kind of swollen into a little miniature city. In fact, there are stations that include medical supplies, dry stock. There's all kinds of media people gathering to work with the live feed, to broadcast to different places throughout the country, to update the Occupy Wall Street website. There's the live stream cameras. There are floating balloon cameras. There's all kinds of media that is being shot here, and it's taking a big conjoined effort to work through it all and make it attractive. Well, not attractive. Well, to just give it real, give it raw, but give it in a way that isn't overwhelming. There's a lot being shot, so I guess we're editing down to the real nitty-gritty. Um, there is a kitchen. The first night that we were there, we brought some food donations, and we couldn't even put it on the ground. There was so much food. There was like a wall of boxes stacked too high in canned foods, and these people are prepared. And not only are they prepared, and it's not even that they're prepared, they're receiving so much support on the fly. Everything here is on the fly. There is an amount of preparation, but it's all logistical preparation. A lot of the things that are coming into the camp on a day-to-day basis, it seems like they're just showing up. I'm sure that there are people reaching out to other organizations or folks that they know to try and accommodate as many needs and comfort as we can possibly get. But I think also a lot of what we're getting is from reaching out to stations like WXPI, letting the listeners know that they can go to www.occupywallstreet, that's street, ST, .org, and go to the donations page. And I believe that they keep a fairly active account of what the current needs are listed on that page.
Logistics are getting figured out. The best thing that I can tell anybody that wants to come would be bring a tarp and bring things that will keep you dry and warm, and comfortable shoes, and any donations that you can bring along, and a camera. I mean, that's important.
A camera seems to be a key element in the strategies for keeping everyone safe and getting them out of jail.
Yes.
This is a sort of confrontation between technologies in a way. The police using their standard technologies, but the people who are organizing are using Facebook and Twitter and their cell phones and any kind of social media that they can bring in to play. This is our tool for defending ourselves. The spin from the corporate news channels are trying to put on this is that we're just a bunch of hippies or we're unorganized. They're not feeling the actual heart of the movement. They're just making slanderous commentary on the slide, the same old stuff that we've all heard. But the truth is out there, and I think that it's the people's responsibility to kind of come and bring a little bit of truth for themselves. And so any kind of like video camera, if you have a regular camera that can't shoot video, that can work just as well. Audio devices.
But the most important thing that I can tell you is keep yourself taken care of. It gets wet, it gets cold, because you are not allowed to erect any sort of shelter. There is no way you can tie your tarps down to a tree. The best method that I've seen so far is either letting the tarp rest on a group of people's heads or making a tarp burrito, where somebody gets a blanket and wraps themselves up in a tarp and hopes that they stay dry. Because the police will take your shelter down. There are so many people in this media room. It is amazing. There's so much. There's more and more and more organization going on as time continues. It's beautiful.
Since you face the possibility of arrest the entire time that you're up there, have you mentally prepared yourself, and do you know what procedures you're going to go through if that happens?
Yes, I have mentally prepared myself for the worst. At first, I started reading. Unfortunately, there were like riot blogs, but I think that as long as we maintain our peaceful, calm demeanor, which it seems everybody has done, as long as we keep that peaceful mindset, I don't think that there is going to be anything that is going to go wrong, because these people are getting arrested for doing nothing wrong, and they're getting let go. They're getting let go pretty much immediately within a day or two.